Core's face and why.
That's exactly when it started.
Simply
Beautiful.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh dear.
not get better than that.
Best podcast
Yeah.
start ever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Mm.
Right. Welcome to round XXX, according to Alex's thread, which Faison was very pleased to point out, and Pav
That
didn't
is-
even notice.
I know.
I got dressed just for this occasion.
That seems like the
I got
opposite of what
for
you
this
do.
specific occasion.
Take that to mean what you want it to mean.
No, we're all gonna dress up like Vin Diesel. No.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh yes.
I'm up for that.
Core, it's okay because you don't have anything to dress up. Like you don't even have a face. According to Google.
Yeah, I don't have
We're
a face.
okay.
I
We are,
don't
we
have
are
a face.
okay with this.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yes, podcast number 30. We have a special guest, Alex Magnet. No, we don't. Alex Strasser.
Hello.
Uh,
There's two Alexes. That's too confusing for me.
This is going to get
One
very
of these
strange.
Alexes is special, and it's not Magnet. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
it's
rude.
2 o'clock in the morning. I blame that.
I am the
Hashtag
most special
crack.
snowflake of all of them. Of all the snowflakes, I'm the most unique.
I'm disappointed that you've got Trixie with the triple X's, but I'm disappointed that it's not Alex XX Magnet.
1 second.
That's for after the live
Well,
stream.
No,
There
no,
we
no,
go.
Get your shirt off.
we start over. We start over from the beginning.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start talking about
dear.
Core's face again then.
Right. On with the podcast.
Good to talk
We
about
have
it.
special guest Alex Strasser, and we're going to start because Alex actually did things. Not that Alex did. Well, he probably did. Alex Magnet did.
Oh,
things.
I thought you were talking about Alex. God damn it.
God.
Oh, this is a train wreck.
Okay.
This
Alright.
is 2 o'clock in the morning. Shut up. I'm on drugs. Be quiet.
Stop being so British.
Yeah.
Move to a different time zone.
Yeah, but if I move to a different time zone, I won't get free fucking medication. Yeah.
Well, now you can move to Canada.
That's
There
true.
you go.
Yeah,
That's
see,
the
move to
solution to
Canada.
everything. Everyone should move.
Of course, then you'd be on the same level as Yip, and really, who wants that?
That's horrifying.
Oh,
Uh,
don't
right.
know.
Come on in,
Yes.
Mr. Magnet. I'm gonna have to call you that for the rest
Yeah,
of the podcast.
yeah, sure. Yeah. I should probably talk about the things. Like, hold on, let me go look it up because I forgot what stories we reviewed.
They were all Trixie related. How? could
Yeah,
you
well,
forget
I know
them?
there's a lot of fucking Trixie stories. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's. read all of them.
Yeah. So the first the first one we did was the Show Mare's Tale by Chris, who I'm sure most people probably know is the guy who does the One Man's Pony Ramblings blog and did the 6-star reviews on said blog. And so Show Mare's Tale was a pretty short story about Trixie telling a story to, spoiler alert, Celestia. And it's a story about Celestia, and so so they're okay. The setup is that they're in a bar, and Trixie was she was supposed to have a show. She was forced off stage because she was late, and so she's just like sulking at the bar. Then Celestia shows up, and she's like talking to her and stuff. And Trixie's like, oh, no one appreciates my talent, blah, blah, blah. And then she's complaining about how nobody wants her to do her historical stories anymore.
And
so
that's where the story takes
Right,
off.
and so Celestia's like, oh, I'd like to hear one. She's like, all right, well, fucking fine, then I got one. And it's a story about Celestia, but she doesn't know she's talking to Celestia, and it's like this whole thing. And
Ooh, okay.
yeah, the thing it did really well is that it cuts in and out of Trixie's narrative for like Celestia to ask questions and stuff, and it does it pretty like seamlessly. It doesn't really feel like it stops itself to keep going. It just
It feels like someone like asking a question during a story being told, as opposed to just.
it feels like a natural progression of the story.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was it was an enjoyable short story all about. It was an origin story for Blue Blood, which is something I don't think we ever see ever.
I
Whoa. I have
Yeah.
never heard of that, actually.
Yeah, Yeah, it's an origin story for Blue Blood, and it was pretty good.
Interesting.
It tells the story in a very like fairy tale-esque way.
I might actually read it.
Yeah, you probably should, because it's good.
Story. I might read it. Good God, what's happening? I was recommending shipping stories last round. I must be being infected or something. Ugh.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
That was better than writing shipping stories, which I'm correct.
Sure, that's very true.
Give him time. Give him time. Yeah,
He hasn't sunk quite down to the rock bottom yet.
I wanna write a story that's just called like shipping or something like that, and it's just about a person working at a shipping facility, and that's it. There's nothing happens. That's all.
There was that one story where Rainbow Dash gets shipped in a box and she gets aroused by it.
What? No, that's not that.
It was
no.
it was Rainbow Dash being shipped with the concept of shipping.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
no.
And she has a fetish for being put in boxes and shipped places in trucks.
That's
God.
that's too meta.
Thank you, fanfiction.
That's too meta for me.
Well, I mean,
Great.
it's not even close to the worst I've heard.
Yeah.
we're
Do
gonna have
tell.
This.
Do tell.
Let's save this until after we've had the story.
at least-
At
let's
the end of this,
leave.
we want
Yeah.
the best and the worst.
This
sort
is the
of
only
thing.
thing we really have to get through. Everything else is completely up for grabs.
Right. Come on, Alex.
So
Let's get our
Magnus.
job out of the way so we can get back to fapping.
exactly.
There we go.
That almost sounded like something else. But anyways,
It always does.
I think that's the point, isn't it?
I guess I don't know. But anywho, the second story was an extended performance by Jordan 179, not related to Jordan 180, but there's no Jordan 180. I think I made that joke in the fucking review. God damn it! I'm really unoriginal. So anywho,
Yep, there it is right there.
Yep.
So extended performance is sort of I think it was the longest one of the ones we reviewed, and it's a story all about it's kind of about a lot of things, but Trixie's the focus, sort of. It cuts back and forth, but it's the the night of the Summer Sun Festival, like episode 1, right when Nightmare Moon returns, except told from Trixie's perspective as she's giving a show in Manhattan at like some shitty park, because she's working like the Lower East Side and all that bullshit. And
West Side.
yes, what I really liked about it is that Trixie's characterized very well. The world building is pretty damn spectacular, and the writing is sort of like an old school feel to it. Like it feels kind of like in it you see a lot of like Lovecraftian and Tolkien like influences in it. And so it's got that kind of old school feel, which is whatever. I enjoy it, but it feels.
Was that just for the hell of it, or did it?
No, I think that's
like,
just the
serve
guy's
story
style.
particularly.
No, I think it's just his style is writing with like because it feels kind of not Victorian, but it's a little bit more purple than what people are used to nowadays.
Yeah, fair.
But it lends itself well to world building, so that was fine. There was a lot I really didn't like about this story. Like, it gets into the whole like New Lunar Republic and all that kind of bullshit. And there's like this whole there's a lot, like everything about Celestia and Luna's story, and it was very much to my distaste, because it was all about like Celestia was trying to stop her sister from killing everyone, and she like sets up like these fucking sun missiles and shit, and I'm like, that's not they were called like, I think they were called like sunburst. No, they were sunfire missiles or something like that. Anywho, there's a bunch of shit like that where I'm like, no, just don't.
Are they missiles that are on the sun and fired at Luna, or are they like missiles that contain suns and just
Like, forget intercontinental ballistic missiles. This is interplanetary ballistic missiles, sort of thing. Mutually assured destruction. It must nuke the sun.
I mean, it's sort of an interplanetary, sort of an intergalactic, planetary intergalactic.
God damn it, I was waiting for it. I was fucking waiting for it. You had a good feeling.
Fuck you, Pav.
I was singing along in my head the moment you said those words.
This next podcast, all Beastie Boys songs. That's it.
Yep.
Anywho, there's a lot about this story that I really didn't care for, but the parts that I did like, I liked a lot, so it made up for it. There is, oh god, the part that pissed me off the most is there's this bit where he shows short little vignettes of everybody, like different places, sort of reacting to Nightmare Moon's return, and there's like cults that are like, oh fuck yeah, and they get all like excited and shit.
I don't.
But the worst, yeah, no, I didn't care for that one either. But the worst of it is that there was one tiny vignette with fucking fluffy ponies.
Oh wow!
All they do is speak in that fucking, and I'm like, no, why would you? Because it's like before that, it's like a super serious fic, and then that just happens. Why would you ruin your tone like that?
Splicing 5 minutes of the Teletubbies into the middle of Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But again, I can't stress enough that the parts that I liked enough that I felt it needed to be featured. Because it sounds like I don't like this story. And there's a lot
This is
that I
what
don't
we have
like.
come to. This is what we. Alex was reading what you thought, like telling us what you thought of this story, and we're just going in the background.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, fucking yes. Next is my favorite story. Thank God. Let's move on to Trixie's Clubhouse by Bootsy Slickmane.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very slick name.
That
wasn't clever. No, it wasn't. So this one is my favorite for a lot of reasons. Probably the most prominent is that it has the best characterization of all of them, and all of them had really strong characterizations. So that's saying a lot. But this one sort of is. I forgot. I said in the review that it was pre-Magic Duel. Faison corrected me. It is not. It is actually post-Magic Duel. That was my bad.
Corrected you at length.
Yes, he did.
Hang on here. You're saying that Faison corrected you about Trixie.
Yes, he did.
And he was actually correct.
He was correct.
Hashtag
Damn.
wrecked.
Hashtag so wrecked.
What kind of fan even are you?
Yeah.
I'm the worst.
The worst.
The worst. So, anywho, the point is, it starts off Trixie she has her own like Chuck E. Cheese-esque fun house where she
I already like it.
yeah, it's pretty cool, where basically she just entertains a bunch of children because she realizes it's much easier to fool children than it is to fool adults.
Are there giant animatronics that break down in the middle of their performance?
There is no Showbiz Pizza Bear, no.
Oh. Now the magic's gone.
To stare creepily at little girls.
Just imagine a giant vacant-eyed Trixie squeakily singing some sort of Trixie.
And her head moves in like slow jerking motions.
You won't have
And
to.
one eye doesn't work, so it's all lazy and just like fucking wobbles around.
You won't have to imagine. I mean, we're going to BronyCon next week, and there's probably going to be a Trixie fursuiter, and you'll get to live that experience live.
I really don't want to. I really don't want to.
But you must.
But you must. I'm gonna if I find one, I'm gonna take a picture with them, only so that I can feel disgusted later on. Anywho.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Trixie works at Showbiz Pizza, and she basically just like entertains a bunch of kids, and she's doing her whole like magic act and all this shit, and then she starts asking for volunteers from the audience, and since it's a magic show, she's already got like a member picked out to that's like working with and all this shit. But surprise, surprise, Twilight shows up and she's like, "Hey, I volunteer, fucking Hunger Games style." And she just starts yelling, "I volunteer," but I wish you did. And Trixie's like, oh fuck, here we go. So she gets Twilight up there, and then they go through their whole fucking thing, and Twilight plays along and everything, and Trixie's like really suspicious of her the whole time. And at the end, they end up having like they go back to Twilight's changing room, and then they start having a conversation, and Twilight starts to like apologize for I forget exactly what happens. I don't think she apologized per se, but she's sort of like, oh, you're doing well for yourself, and Trixie's like, fuck you. And she's still really pissed about shit, despite this being post-Magic Duel, which I thought, I don't know. In retrospect, now I think is weird, because it kind of made up. But anywho, it does a really good job of sort of characterizing Trixie, because she doesn't, no matter how much Twilight tries to like apologize or try to act nice, Trixie is just a complete bitch the whole time. And yeah, and it's fucking great. But then it like ends up being really sad at the end. But good. So well worth reading because it's pretty short.
Okay. Last one then.
Zero G Network Coverage by SD. This one was like the one that I liked a lot, but it felt like the hardest to recommend because there's not really much going on besides the fact that it does the dialogue only thing pretty well. But what do I say about this? It's a parody of dealing with any kind of customer service representative, though it specifically targets cell phone companies like Verizon and Sprint and AT&T and all that shit. And it makes fun of all those and the bullshit you have to go through dealing with them. And it does it pretty well for what it is. But beyond that, there's not really much to speak of. There's not much of a story. Nothing really happens, and it's just kind of like...
It's a popcorn story. It's fun for fun.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I didn't have any problem. I mean, I still stand by recommending it because it is a good example of how to do dialogue only well. And it is a fun story beyond that. It was funny for most of it, but I wish it had, gone farther. I wish there had been more to it. It did allow me to post a picture, though, of South Park with that guy rubbing his nipples, though, so that was totally worth it.
Dear.
Yes.
Fair enough. So, a cute story, but one that will not give you a sort of epiphany and help you find your life's true.
You're probably not gonna you're not gonna leave it feeling changed. You're just gonna be like, oh, that was fun.
Okay.
If you're looking for tricks to Trixie to change your life, then you're
am.
Trixie is your life. Let's face it.
Yes. And it's a great life.
Ended up.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up as the worst.
Look where I ended up.
As the worst of two Alexes on his own podcast.
That implies that it's my podcast, which means I have accomplished something because I started the you know what? I'm gonna take credit for this group too. It was all my idea. I had nothing to do with it. It was just me.
Good work.
Not to mention, I invented Trixie. So.
Oh.
There's that too.
There's that too. It's based on your life. Especially that time you started working at Chuck E. Cheese. Anyway, review's over. Let's go talk to this guest and get questions from people because people should ask questions. Yay! For those who don't know, who are you, Alex? Not you, Alex. Other Alex.
No, they want to know. They want to know about me.
Oh. We all.
But anyways,
you're Trixie.
Yes. Anywho, right. Alex Straza, what's up? What's it like being you? How much does it suck on a scale of 1 to Alex Straza?
Just imagine that like every day of your life for the past 2 years, you've always had something to be working on. At all hours.
I can very easily imagine that.
All right, good. That's me.
Yeah.
I think the writers in here can imagine having something to work on, but the difference is that we slack off and no one cares.
Slack off. I thought. Okay, never mind.
Well.
Oh.
You're too busy faffing.
Yes. faffing all day, every day.
Yes.
So
Dear.
anyway.
Faffing lasts for longer than 4 hours. Call your doctor. But yes, Alex Straza, who is a film fiction moderator and pre-reader for EQD.
Yes.
That
Two awful jobs.
It's pretty awful.
Which one is more awful though?
Yeah, that's the question.
Because I seriously want to know that.
Well, considering it's been like a really long time since I actually did significant pre-reader work, I'm going to say fanfiction is worse.
Okay, I would buy that regardless. Because fanfic is just a cesspool.
Yeah, like half the stories in the queue at any given time are garbage, and the questions some people give to me are just baffling.
Well, okay, give us an example of a baffling question, because I don't know. I'm sure you have some really great ones.
Because I can imagine just bad questions or dumb ones, but the baffling ones that intrigue.
Right. Yeah, the ones that make you stop and think, how did you even come up with this question?
Let me try to think of one. I'm just scrolling through my inbox right now. Just to say.
How many pages is it?
Well, considering like I'm a story moderator, I have like 70 pages of inbox.
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh,
wow. Yeah. That sucks.
I had to like explain to someone how to upload an image to the internet once.
How are you on the internet? You don't know how to upload?
Because they didn't know how to get their avatar uploaded. And I was like, okay.
What? Was this person 90?
I have no idea.
Or 5, one of the two.
Or 95.
Yeah, it's true.
But because
something interesting happening today with the mod team, or yesterday, where a user who I shall not name was harassing a group, got banned from the group, and then decided to brag about being banned from the group to many users, including the site mods.
Yeah, I got that PM.
And then got banned from the site for spam.
I just ignored it, and I think everyone else did too.
Whatever. Speaking of, whatever happened to that guy who was making all the groups that were just numbers?
I think they got deleted.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure what we did about that. I mean, if you told me it was deleted, I'd believe you.
Yeah, but the thing about the guy who got banned for spamming people is that he went, since he's been banned, he's like found people from the writers group and started spamming them on other sites to get them to tell his followers that he'll be back soon.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
The second coming.
Yeah.
Jesus
Christ! With me.
Trying to start his own prophecy or something.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll find the exact wording. He wants. I think I'm doing this right. Names and his name got banned for 2 days. Tell my followers I will rise again. Pretty please.
Pretty.
That's fanfiction. Jesus,
you gotta add that pretty please, otherwise you're not being polite.
Yeah, his username was Anon on Google Plus.
Anyway. Of course. Wait, he used Google Plus?
Yeah, he's using Google Plus to spam people. Like, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Wow, that's. I'm sure he's getting a lot of hits.
That's something. Oh dear. No, he's an interesting one.
Yeah. We had Raised Rainbow on a couple days ago, or was it the last stream? Or was it the one before that?
One before that.
One of them we had Raised Rainbow on, and we talked to him about approving stories and how much of a soul-sucking experience it was. So, yeah, you wanna add on to that, Alex? You wanna talk about how terrible it is?
I mean, just go ask Meester what his outlook on life is.
Oh, poor Meester.
Back away slowly once you do.
Has he ever attempted to commit suicide by reading so many fics that he just kills himself?
I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do.
No, not as far as I know of. I know he's like saved days aside to like drink while approving. So.
Considering the quality of many stories on FimFic, I would probably like lose even the will to commit suicide. I would just lie there and be like, I can't even be bothered.
See, Alex, Straza, how
God damn it, Alex.
God damn it.
What percentage of stories that get submitted do you think are rejected?
Like considering FimFic's like ridiculously low standards and actually what you need to get a story approved, you would think this number would be a lot lower, but it's not. It's seriously like 40%.
What the fuck?
Shut up!
How do you
think
so you could write almost anything and get it approved.
See,
Think
of the worst story you have ever read on the site, and
there's one's worse than
submitted are worse than that.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the time, it's something like, their descriptions aren't right, or the rating is not correct. But sometimes you get things that the grammar is just so awful that you can barely even parse it. So then you gotta send it back, and then they complain to you, and you have to explain what's wrong. And it's just this really awful. People gotten banned for that, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if you submit a story too many times without changing things, we will ban you.
Nice.
Lovely. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think the only time I've ever gotten rejected was for having the wrong rating and the wrong. Well, one time was like some bullshit with the description. I don't know who rejected it, but like, it was something where like I had the title of the story, and the description was sort of like a continuation of the title, and it was rejected. But then like the next day, I saw the exact same thing be done by someone else, and I was like, what the fuck?
He was butthurt about that for days.
For years, I'm still butthurt.
Years.
Well, it's good to know that FimFic has some standards.
You really are
garbage. In the sea of garbage that we have immersed ourselves in, we are at least treading water.
Yeah.
We are 40% above the water. Oh dear, that's just it's rather spectacular. FimFic is a very special place. And then of course, at the very end of the day, we can say at least we're not fanfic.net.
Yes.
Because that site is like, at least the quality of stories, as low as the average is on FimFic, it is higher than fanfic.net.
Maybe.
It definitely is. No. I am 1,000,000% sure that it's higher.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
We don't have. I was looking up on fanfic.net because I wanted to know if they had like Bible fan fiction. They do. It exists.
Yeah.
And
incredible.
it's amazing.
Isn't the Book of Mormon Bible fan fiction? Basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It's really, it's like basically self-insert.
It's self-insert. Yeah, I was gonna say it's self-insert fan fiction.
It's brilliant.
Hey man, like all the art from the Renaissance, that was just Bible fan art.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh god, the worst religious fan art Tumblr.
Oh, that's fucking fantastic. My favorite one is still Sonic on the cross and his blue rings.
And the rings.
Oh, no.
The rings make it. The rings really sell that picture.
Oh god.
Wait, rings?
Yeah.
So Sonic is on a cross, right? He's being crucified, and when they nail the when they hammer the nails into his hands, rings pop out. It's the best shit ever.
Please.
Is this person serious?
No, this
About
hold
like
on, Alex. I'm gonna find this for you. It's amazing.
I mean, the Tumblr is
All
taking
right.
a piss, but assumably the original artist was
big. Yeah, here I'm gonna link it in the Hangouts chat for you, Alex.
Isn't there like one picture on that Tumblr too about like it's like I enjoy My Little Pony so much because I think of Pinkie Pie as being Christian and Christian values.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Here we
Tumblr,
go.
It's surprising how much fucking Sonic religious fan art there is. There's a lot.
I know.
There's like a lot. A lot more than you'd expect. Oh, and then
Papal Smurf. I forgot about Papal Smurf.
No, I really
God.
love the derpy looking Jesus on the penny.
This is magical.
It really is.
Papal Smurf is. I love when you said Papal Smurf. I thought you were just saying that. I didn't realize that was the title of the of the. If you want to call it a work.
I'm gonna post this.
Oh my god, this is magical. I'm following this.
No, it's the best Tumblr.
It's godly. Don't hear her.
Oh god, page 2. Three Jesuses howling at the moon.
Yes, the three Jesus moon.
Oh god.
I love the one where Jesus is stopping Satan's fire breath. Hold on, I'm gonna post this in the. Oh no, you already did, Plum.
Here,
Yeah, I don't.
link.
Why so secular?
Why?
Oh my god.
That one was a. Oh my god, Joker thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, want to know how I got these stars and he's holding out his hands where the nails went in? For Christ almighty. Right.
Oh.
Enough of these fantastic pieces of Sonic artwork.
Oh. No, they're amazing. The worst.
Wow.
This is my favorite Tumblr by far.
Anime is for religious people.
Only.
Only.
Oh god.
But yeah, the one we were talking about, Alex, is like I don't know, probably 7 or 8 pages down, but it's well worth digging through. Okay.
I found it. It's an experience.
It is an experience.
It's beautiful.
I love all the anime Jesuses. It's so
Those
great.
are the best.
Oh my god.
Have you ever seen that?
Go on.
Have you ever seen that picture of like Jesus holding Luna?
No,
Yes.
I don't think I have.
Yes,
I don't think I have.
Oh man, I have that favorited on DeviantArt.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you
quickly
gotta
find
link it then. I gotta see this.
Oh, I've got one of Rainbow Dash actually.
Oh, I think I've seen the Rainbow Dash and Jesus one. I remember that.
It's in here somewhere. Let's see.
The fucking Batman and Robin one.
I like how uncomfortable Rainbow Dash looks in that picture.
It's a very I need an adult sort of look.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I found it. Here you go.
Oh, that one. See, there's a group on Finfic called Christian Bronies, which I have somehow been drafted into being like a helper for. They had a competition for the banner a while back, and I saw all sorts of this kind of shit. It was special.
Oh, it's very. That Jesus though, he looks like he's 70.
That Jesus though.
That Jesus though.
Why is Luna so fucking small?
His hands are
Because
big.
It's season 1, Luna.
Is Jesus just giant or is Luna just small?
Well, she is a little pony.
Right, but I would think relatively they'd still be like the size of even miniature ponies aren't that small.
Mm-hmm. She's about the size of my dogs.
Oh god, I almost feel bad reading the description. Does not a shepherd rejoice when a lost sheep returns? Like, I assume implying that that Luna was Christian before she went all Nightmare Moon.
Oh lord. Here we go.
Luna is absolutely Christian.
Absolutely.
Confirmed.
Oh, there's a colored version.
Confirmed.
A more colored version.
A more colored version.
Oh, wait,
The thumbnail looks
worse.
great. The
Yeah.
thumbnail looks okay. It's not that great in full size.
No, yeah, when you see it the full thighs, you're like, oh, never mind.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it looks way better as a sketch. I remember the Jesus holding Fluttershy, though. I've seen that many times.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that one has been around.
What were we talking about before Bible fan art?
We were talking
how
about
terrible your job was.
Yeah, being a spoiler
yes.
prover.
Another one of the jobs which you're doing or will be doing soon is, time for a bit of a promotion, the Equestria Daily Competition
Oh, yes.
thing.
Righto.
Yes.
Which everyone should join.
Yes, everyone should join us because we all love a bit of world building.
Yeah, somebody please go in and write a story that's not a changeling fic.
Yeah.
I don't want to read nothing but changeling fics, please.
There have been some.
Don't do this to me.
Timberwolf one that's already come in, but like there's one person from the World Building Alliance called the Magic Man. That's his name. he submitted a number of stories to the group itself and to competitions, and every single one of them was Chrysalis is actually a good person who was just trying to feed her family. Every single one. There were like 8 of them.
I'm so sick of that shit.
Wow.
Come on. It's world building, not just like fucking droning out the same line.
I want a fic where Chrysalis is just evil, where she's just a bad person. Like, that would be way better.
I would suggest this Platinum Crown, but I remember you don't read anything, much less long fic. So.
Yeah, I don't. Especially not long fics. I don't really have the. I want to say I don't have the time, but I do. Well, yeah.
You don't have the conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really care enough to read long fics. I'll be completely frank and say I'm too lazy.
I understand. Anything over 50k, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it is Captain Chrysalis though, so it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fantastic. I just don't want to read it.
Fair enough. No, like it's just overdone, really, isn't it? Like,
Chrysalis being the tragic villain is so boring.
The first thing that everybody does when a villain comes out is try to do that.
Yeah, give him a tragic backstory.
Or Trixie, or like,
even Gilda. Gilda was weird for me because, like, what could possibly... She was just so much of an asshole. Like, even Trixie was kind of justified, being a showmare. I'm sure you gotta be, step on plays and stuff. But Gilda was just...
Well, but I mean, all of them were like, oh, but her and Rainbow Dash went way back, and also she felt threatened by Pinky, and so they try to go assume justifications and loopholes like that. But.
Yeah, I always assumed Trixie, since I'm going to talk about Trixie, was just a spoiled brat, because like that's how you get to be that way, thinking you're being above everybody else is by being spoiled as a kid. So I don't think she has a tragic backstory. I think she would be, she was just a kid who was coddled too much.
Yeah.
She was so happy that she started making everyone miserable.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Sounds about right.
She's just so pleased with her life that everyone hates her for it.
And after the coronation, she has flashbacks to when her father used to call her princess. Just like,
what?
Like, like
is that still Chrysalis or?
No, Trixie.
Trixie.
Like, the sort of standard coddled young girls. Not his daddy's little princess.
Coddled young girls. That's illegal.
Alex, no. Stop.
That reminds me of my favorite.
No, joke. Alex.
No. Take like 5 seconds.
Oh God.
The very first chapter of the very first chapter of I think it was the first one of Scootaloo Dies a Bunch. My favorite joke I ever wrote for that stupid series is one about Scootaloo's dad getting drunk on non-alcoholic beer and beating her mother at Scrabble, and that was my favorite joke I've ever written for that stupid story, just because of all the implications.
Beautiful.
Oh
dear. Like, what has Scootaloo Died a Bunch finally overtaken like Letters from the End of the World?
Not in views, no.
Not in views.
Well,
it's not even near my highest rated story because there's so many fucking downvotes on it.
I can remember some aggressive Scrabble players from my time though. Those people who would just barely let you get close to the 3-point letter boxes and just be like, haha. I only play Scrabble. What's the word? Yes, sort of. Casually. That's the word I was thinking of. Casually.
You're a casual Scrabbler.
Yes.
I played a game of Scrabble once, which we, for some reason, we did like teams of 2v2. Even though I'm pretty sure you can have like at least 4 people, or if not more, in that game. But we did teams for whatever reason, and the person I was teamed up with, like, I found a bunch of words, and they were just like, no, that's such a low scoring word. I want to get it higher, and so. Foolishly, the other people had not agreed on a time limit, so we're just going and going, and the other team's getting pissed. Finally, the best word that we could come up with, which was my suggestion, we come up with the word road scene, which immediately gets challenged and rejected. But That has become my favorite word, a bit of an in joke. That there'll be like an accident, and I'll be like, oh man, check out that road seat over there.
Oh dear.
That sounds like my one experience ever playing Risk, where like, you'd spend like 75 minutes deciding on what you're gonna do for your turn, and then the next person goes, and then you're like, fuck it, I'm done, I'm out, because they do something that ruins your entire plan, and you're like, well, I'm not coming up with another plan.
I only ever played these games while I was like camping with my family, and I think probably the most memorable time from something like that was when the first time I ever played pool. I was playing against my family. I played it. I was doing really well. Like, it was me and my dad versus my brother and my mom, and I was wrecking shit. And I potted the black at the end of the game, and the very first game of pool I ever played, I potted the white as well. But I didn't know about that rule.
Oh, yes.
So I was just, my life was destroyed as soon as they explained this rule to me. I thought they were just like taking the piss out of me or something. There's no way there's a rule for that. But,
there's no way. They just made that shit up right there.
Yep. Yep. Ah, dear. What were we talking about before then?
I don't know.
We were talking about Bad Religion fan art. We were talking about a horrible...
Bad Religion, that's my favorite band.
We were talking about how horrible Alex's life is. We were talking about how bad
not me,
job
Alex.
is.
Oh, yeah. We were also talking about the Equestria Deli competition and world building. And
right.
Chrysalis being,
I completely forgot about it.
being a good person really is a bad story. So
I want to clarify that. I don't think that a story which includes Chrysalis being treated as a good character is a bad idea.
It is. No, you're wrong. It's inherently bad. No,
you can't make a fic entirely about redemption. You can't make a fic entirely about any of these tropes that always come up. It's because that's all that the fic is, and that idea happens, and the author doesn't do anything with the idea.
It's not a story. It's an excuse. That's what it is. It's like, this is why Chrysalis did that. This is why Gilda's an asshole. This is why Trixie's a bitch. Like, it's not a story. It's just...
If you want to turn it around and then do... that's like your chapter 1 or half a chapter 1, then you gotta do something with that. Cool.
Right, yeah.
Be original, take some new risks with it, but... Yeah.
But yeah, so... Please don't write 15,000 words of Chrysalis being a good person overall.
No.
Please do write some interesting world-building stuff, because the prompt is write about ponies from an outsider's perspective, and you can do some really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
With that. One of the stories we've had so far was called The Outsider's Interest or something like that, and it's literally like a Cthulhu-esque monster called the Outsider in Ponyville or something like that.
That sounds awesome.
We've had some interesting things already.
Yeah.
Judging only like the submission only opened like earlier today, so
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. You gotta be original. Be genetically different. That's player style.
So
Brucey,
take part in it if you can.
Yeah. But please don't write changeling fics. Don't.
Just don't.
Please don't.
Oh dear.
Just be prepared. They're gonna happen.
I am prepared, but I don't want to be prepared.
The cover art is something special as well. I'll link it in the Hangout.
Before I became a judge. Well, I also wasn't gonna write. I wasn't gonna enter the contest regardless because I know I don't have I don't have the what's the word, talent to to enter the contest. But I had an idea for writing a story about. Holy shit, that art though.
Yeah.
What the? Yeah. Anywho.
This is Gavon too. This is Strange Destiny, Prince Blue Blood, that saga.
Okay. All right. It's a comedy fic. Fuck yeah. It's my kind of shit. But anywho, I had an idea for a story about a bunch, like a family. Well, it was gonna be a family, but then I changed the idea of salamanders because I don't know. I think they're cool. That'd be interesting to write about. But anywho, the point is that they live in a completely different country that's like way the fuck across the sea. They've never had interaction with Equestria because they're separated by so much distance. They've never interacted, and so they end up having to leave their home due to I don't know, famine or something, disease. Doesn't matter. The point is they leave, and along the way there'd probably be several ships and they'd all get busted up except for this one guy and maybe somebody else would survive. They'd land on some port town and have to try to integrate themselves into the society that they've never heard of before, and they wouldn't understand the ponies. They'd speak a different language, be this whole thing, and then I mostly just wanted to write a story about miscommunication, I guess, because they would be
a language barrier.
Yeah, pretty much.
So when you say salamanders, you mean the mythical kind?
Yeah, like breathe fire and shit.
As opposed to the axolotl, whatever things, lizard things.
Yeah, exactly. But
That's an interesting
I still might write the story, but obviously not enter it.
Yeah. I will note that there is a story currently at the top of the feature box called A Wooden Heart, which is about a baby timberwolf, and it's not been entered in the competition to my knowledge, but it would fit it absolutely perfectly, and it is a very good story.
Have you read it yet?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
8,000 words, so it is. It's something to read. I'm not going to say much about it because it might spoil it. So. Yes. The basic description paints it as a mysterious creature. Obviously, the ponies are the bedtime monsters sort of thing. They're the things that gobble you up in your sleep. Right. Anyway, yes, go into the group. It's currently the top featured on the site. The group is, as well as that story, because we've got 140 odd people in it now from 4 days.
I feel like I should join, but I don't think I'm going to, just because I don't know. I don't really need to, I guess.
If you're gonna be a judge, you probably should.
I suppose. I'm trying to keep my number of groups that I've joined limited.
Why?
I don't know. I have my number of favorites is extremely limited. The people I follow is extremely limited. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Alex on this one. I'm stingy with my favorites.
I'm stingy with my favorites, and I don't follow everyone on the site like some people.
Right.
I favorite pretty much everything that is incomplete and that I want to read later because it notifies.
Yeah.
That's true enough. I will know, however, that even though you are stingy with the groups you join, you were absolutely willing to join both I Hate Seattle's Angels and I Blame Pat.
Yes, I was, because both of those are true. Those are groups that I can agree with their core values.
Absolutely. I love the fact that I Hate Seattle's Angels was the group where Pear showed me that you could have animated GIFs as the header.
Oh, right, yes.
The header is fantastic. Oh dear.
It's a sight to behold.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that does remind me. I saw a group the other day. I don't know how long it was ago, which was We Hate the Site Admins, and it was just one dude in a group posting rants about the site admins. It was fucking hilarious.
Wow, just one.
We hate the site admins.
Just one really butthurt guy posting rants.
It was great.
Yeah, there it is.
That's fantastic.
Oh, it has 23 members.
Oh shit! It's got
going up.
I'm pretty sure 22 of them are just insulting him.
Do you get that a lot? I'm sure you get the people that you banned or rejected, but do you just get blanket hate mail for just inane things?
No, everyone loves me.
Really? I wonder. Wait, do any of the other mods get hate mail?
Yes.
I
Okay,
imagine
that's what I
Mr. might
figured.
get a bit.
I'm sure Nighty gets his fair share of hate mail.
Have you ever stopped to read the comments on Nighty's page?
I have not.
Half of them.
Sometimes I do.
half of them are people asking how to send private messages, and the other half are people like complaining about one aspect. Like at the moment, probably almost all of them are stuff like, when are we going to get group notifications back and stuff like that.
That is something
He
that
wrote the song.
I don't know why he took that away. That does seem kind of silly, but
He took it
whatever.
away to work it into a new system. And
Oh,
the
right,
system
that's
is
what it
now,
was.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were like breaking things.
Right, because
Yeah.
the people with their fucking like RP threads and stuff.
I just found a comment with someone begging him to ban him.
Wait, ban himself?
No,
Yeah,
but this guy commented, seriously, you need to ban me. I can't be on this site any longer. I need to have this site removed from my daily regimen.
Yeah, I've seen a number of people say that.
Is he banned? No, he's already banned.
Were you gonna go ban him?
I was going to perhaps investigate.
Ah, yeah. Investigate.
Quote unquote. Oh dear. You've told us about what it's like being a story pre-reader for FinPay. What is it like being a mod? Like, sort of filling the admin part of this role where you help people figure out how to, like, do anything. Like, you mentioned earlier you had people asking you in PMs how to, like, upload images.
Yeah,
I wish you would get PMs for people asking how to send PMs, because that would be pretty great.
If only. I haven't got one of those yet, but if I ever get that, I'm just gonna like respond with a single question mark. But yeah, being a site mod, it's not that bad. I mean, most of the questions I get are pretty easily answered, or there's something like, can you help me transfer this story, or they want me to look into like download abuse or something. It's not that tough.
Do you ever get people asking you to like proofread their stories or something? Like they want to get it. They're like, "Oh, I got rejected. Can you help me with this?" And you're like, "No."
I do get a couple of those, and normally I just tell them I'm too busy.
Yes.
I get a surprising amount of people asking me to like delete their account or ban them.
Really?
And I have to explain that you can't actually delete accounts. We can only ban you, and all that stuff.
Do you oblige them?
Oh yeah, like if they tell me they want a ban, I'll go and do it.
Okay, well, fair enough.
They have their reasons.
I don't agree with the reasons, but a lot of them are like they get done with the fan fiction phase and they don't want to have like if they used like for me I use the same username all over the place and so they don't want this like in their internet history of being audited that fan fiction read for ponies. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
that was the excuse. Who was it? Oh, I've forgotten that. How can I have forgotten their name? They cause so much drama. The person who like rage quit the site and got rid of almost everything because they want.
That doesn't narrow it down at all.
Device heretic is the only person I could think. Okay.
That's the one. Because they were afraid of their username being linked to other things or whatever. Like,
Well, allegedly for him, it did get linked, and he lost a job opportunity on that. Allegedly, but
allegedly.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that, but
considering how much drama he caused, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna take.
I don't believe that for a second.
Still, they are. We have gone over. I believe we've gone over Device Heretic before in this podcast, so we shan't retread that.
Probably.
I believe it.
Probably like 29 episodes ago.
And
oh god,
everything since then.
29. Remember our first podcast? What a fucking mess that was.
You say that,
as opposed to now, where it's a little bit less of a mess.
Slightly.
But our first one was like 4.5 hours. It was fucking ridiculous.
Well, the first one we thought it was going to be the only one, and so
so we just kind of went
like a
for
special. So yeah, we just BS'd for forever.
I think the first podcast is the drunkest I've ever been.
Wow.
Because like I was really drunk.
Was that the one where you passed out and fell down on the stairs?
I did, yeah.
And then we all thought that the thunder monster had gotten you.
Right, yeah, because there was a thunderstorm. Yeah, no, but the first one was that was a very
about that.
Because I drank I drank so much whiskey, I mean, I had like this. I had this bottle of Irish whiskey, and I drank an entire pint's glass worth of it.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. And so if you watch it, you can see like the progression of me starting off being slightly drunk at the beginning, and then just completely shit-faced by the end, and then I'm just gone for the last hour because I passed out.
Yeah, you did pass out. I remember that bit. I've just got this image of you in my head ordering a pint of whiskey at a bar. It's just...
That you know, the funny thing is the next day I didn't have a hangover, which was pretty great.
I've never hangover, regardless.
I've never had a hangover.
I would love to see a melancholic Alex Magnet at a bar, like ranting about Trixie with all the.
You should have been with me and Pav when we went to Cloudsdale Congress.
I was exactly thinking of that night because we were sitting. It basically was roughly an Irish pub, or
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And we were talking fanfic, and he was telling me about like letters and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, we had long conversations while drinking.
Yeah.
And then we went to the bar at the hotel, and you told me about Final Fantasy 11.
That was some good shit right there.
And I lamented your wasted time.
MMOs, nothing about MMOs is wasted time, let me tell you that.
Final Fantasy 11 is.
Sitting for fucking 8 hours in Sky, camping the drop items, oh yeah.
It's all valuable life experience.
You learn leadership, you learn patience, you learn life is futile, you learn to hate yourself, you learn to hate others. Yeah.
You learned how to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yes, you learn how to make grilled cheese.
Yes.
You kind of learn how to deal with stupid people.
All of the 5 Final Fantasy 11 fans out there got that grilled cheese reference.
I only got it because you were the one who fucking made it before, and I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh, Lord. The only reference I get from Final Fantasy is suplexing a train, which I think is hilarious.
God.
That is one of the better references.
It is a pretty good reference.
Yeah. Oh, dear. How did we get to fucking...
Suplexing a train?
Oh,
yeah. How do we get to Final Fantasy, Pav? That's how.
Why do we keep asking how we got here? Clearly, we're never really going to figure it out.
It's a mystery. I mean, it's recorded and everything, so we could go check, but it's a mystery.
It's not really a linear chain of events, though. It's kind of like you talk about something, and then suddenly somebody will say, "Oh, that reminds me of this completely unrelated thing."
We're too hipster to be linear.
Yeah, we are mildly scatterbrained. I choose to blame Pav for this.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Oh dear. No, the first podcast was certainly something else.
We could open the floor for questions.
We already have, but
what the hell, people?
Nobody asked us any questions.
You lazy shits.
We have had... I think we may have had one. That's the problem. People just like put this on in the background and then just go do something else.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think most people.
So once again, you lazy shit.
That is exactly what I'm doing, actually.
You're on it, you son of a bitch.
And then you mute the microphone.
Damn.
I'm just sitting here listening to you guys.
Okay.
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I think that most people, because I've checked the stats on the videos, and most of them get like 70 or 80 views, so it's like, or more depending. But like, it seems like everybody watches it after we're done, which I think like is a strong case for maybe in the future we should just record them ahead of time and then edit them down, because like seriously, they could probably stand to be edited.
Who the hell would want to go through this and edit this and like turn it into anything of meaningful?
If we're being serious, then this would only be about 15 minutes long, because
no. I mean,
no,
because you keep in the parts that are funny. Well, I assume it's as funny. I don't know if it's funny to other people, but
so this podcast would be 5 seconds long, and it'd be that.
So it's just like a menagerie of all the highlights from the podcast. No context whatsoever. Just
exactly. Yeah. No, totally. No, we would just cut out, because, like, for the most part, you would leave, like, almost everything in, just cut out, like, because there's a lot of times where we just sit there and just, trying to think of something else to say for, like, a minute. And you could just cut that shit out.
I think what it is, the fact that they're not asking questions is a case for us putting the threads up more than, like, 5 minutes before we start the stream.
Usually we do, but nobody asks questions anyways.
Well, that's because we never ask them to.
I always say, ask us questions here on Skype, on the fucking YouTube page.
No, I'm gonna
Do we
go
ask
pull
that
up
in
the
the
thread.
podcast or in the
We're
thread?
better at asking to do that for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pull up the thread. Let's have a look.
Go for it. The only person who's posted is you and Flash and Phazon.
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, I think that's it.
Good old
The
Phazon.
entirety of what you said was got questions, we got answers, insert witty/clever line here. So,
Well, I mean, it's a two-way street. Alex feels like he's being ignored, and so.
Usually I put something else like ask us questions here, blah, blah, blah. Check one of the other ones. I put ask us...
Check one of the ones where people can't ask questions on them anymore.
Oh, fuck you.
yeah. Oh dear, but no, like if we put a forum thread at the same time, like the actual. Oh shit! That reminds me, we passed 1,000 members.
Yeah, we did.
Woo!
That is an accomplishment.
At the time of checking the other day, we are the 70th largest group on the site.
Yeah, it only took us a year and a half to get there.
Nice.
We are 2 spots behind the Equestrian Critic Society, which is for all intents and purposes dead, and 4 spots behind the World Building Alliance. So
We almost thought of maybe doing something to celebrate, but we didn't quite get even that far.
We still need to write. We still need to write that fucking giant collab we were gonna do.
Yes.
We, of course.
I just remembered that I was supposed to write the first chapter.
Oh my god, that's right. And I was gonna write the last chapter to be forced to wrap everything up.
Oof.
That's always fun.
That is gonna be an exciting job.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was supposed to be a murder mystery, and I
haven't even figured out who's gonna die in the first chapter.
Scootaloo. But no, because like the whole thing was supposed to be, it was gonna be a murder mystery, but none of us were gonna know who the real killer was.
Oh god.
And at the end, it was gonna be my job to piece together everybody else's fucking bullshit and try to make some coherent ending out of it.
Coherent, but totally non-derivative from all the other chapters, so it would just kind of go off in this crazy tangent.
Right, and just start like I want it to end with Twilight and whoever's still alive by the end in a fucking in a drawing room, just in Twilight pacing back and forth like a pipe in her mouth, and she's like starts explaining everything and just recapping everything that happened.
See, the way that this is going to go now is whoever's got the second to last chapter will kill everyone except for Twilight.
And then she's like, "Well, I know it's not me."
Well, oh shit.
Oh fuck, it's the ghosts.
It's the pipe. Oh dear.
Plot twist: they were all suicides.
Just increasingly elaborate suicides, like that time that Pinky pulled out a gun on the police or whatever.
Yes.
Something like that.
It was a police-assisted suicide.
Oh dear.
For some indiscernible reason, everyone set up their suicides to look like a crime scene.
Exactly, because they were all just doing it just to fuck with Twilight.
Man, what a twist that
And
was.
then they were going to jump out of the closet and say "got you," but
They all died.
No, it's basically like what's it? Is it Tuckendale versus Evil or something like that?
Yes, fantastic movie.
They're all pretending to commit suicide and they actually do it. Like
No, that's not
Tuckendale.
Tuckendale. No, that wasn't Tuckendale. That was something else.
Tuckendale. Those two are innocent, and people think that they're
they think they're like
murderers,
crazed murderers.
And they end up feeding themselves through wood chippers.
Yes,
Stuff like that.
the wood chipper's the best part. Because the guy is just sitting there like, oh my god, he just threw himself into a wood chipper. Kid, and he's trying to like pull his fucking legs out.
Oh god.
That was Alan Tudyk. I think is that his name? The guy from Firefly. He was Wash in Firefly.
Ask the question. Now that you have 1,000 members, how done are y'all?
Y'all.
Pretty
100%
done.
I am so done.
I'm done because I accomplished my life's goal, which is to have an entire round dedicated to Trixie. So I'm done. I quit.
Yes.
I'm dropping out of this group.
It took me a while to finally even just convince people to do one Twilight fic, let alone an entire round devoted to. Even just a shipping round. Not even. I don't care which ponies, but just all 4 stories are shipping. I don't think.
All of them are
I don't think I can ever convince you guys to do that.
That shows you how powerful my influence is.
True. I bow down to your
thing.
girth.
Whatever. Whatever you want.
You cannot handle his girth.
Alex, goddamn magnet.
That's what they call me. Nobody calls me that, but you could start calling me that if you wanted to.
Yeah,
that's
basically
what
after
you
this
call
point.
me. Yeah, it's true. Oh Lord, but yes, this is 100% done. What were we talking about before the question from Cherno? And also, do ask more questions, people.
Yes.
Are we
I don't know what we were talking about, but somehow I thought of the.
We were talking about the collab.
Oh yes, in the murder mystery.
Yeah, and I was saying it was like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, in a sort of way that people end up killing themselves by accident.
Right. Yes.
Like originally they're pretending to commit suicide and they accidentally do it. Like
die anyway.
They try and load a shotgun with blanks and get them mixed up or something.
They fake hang themselves so they can win the mansion, like in a house on Haunted Hill.
Something like that.
Nobody saw that movie. Never mind.
I did. Wait.
Yes.
Are we talking about The Haunting or?
No, A House on Haunted Hill.
I didn't see that one.
1950, no, 60 something.
The Haunting is also a 1960s
I don't care.
ghost movie.
It's
probably better than yours.
It probably is because the one I watched was the Riff Tracks version, so it probably was it's a bad movie. But it was hilarious to watch.
Oh god, that's the whole thing, isn't there? Where it's like 1950s or 1960s movies, which are just what you question who decided this was a good idea.
Like Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh lord. And I know it's not 1950s, 1960s, but anything to do with Tommy Wiseau is beautiful but questionable. I love that man.
What I don't understand about Tommy Wiseau is like, is he bad on purpose? Is that like the joke?
He wasn't originally, and now that he's sort of become this cult classic, he's sort of embraced it and goes around giving autographs at private screenings.
Of The Room?
Of The Room.
Was The Room supposed to be a serious movie then?
Yes.
I believe it was.
Probably.
Okay.
How amazing is it that you're so bad that you cycle back around to good and get famous for it?
And become famous anyways. It's amazing. Because the Room is such a beautifully bad movie.
I love the part where like
in all the right ways.
Didn't one of the actors like quit partway through, so they brought in an extra guy to play his part, and they didn't refilm the scenes. They just had this new dude take over.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right, but I don't remember honestly.
Like even in the last couple of scenes, they're like, where did he come from?
All I remember is the kid, Danny, I think was his name.
Danny. Fucking
and he's supposed to be like some kid, and he looks like he's 30, like the rest of them. Like, I don't understand.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's just
oh hi, Mark.
Beyond more
Sorry, Mark.
You're my favorite.
It's not true. I did not hit her. I did not.
I did not hit her.
I did not.
My favorite is the parody of that scene with Bon Bon and Lyra.
Yeah. I really like I think it was the most recent Ponies the Anthology one. There was like that bit where Pinkie Pie is buying flowers from Rose Luck, and it has the thing where she's like, hi, you're my favorite customer.
Well, hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy, and it just walks away. And then I remember watching that because I hadn't seen The Room by the time I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, is that really what it happens like in the movie? And then I saw the movie, and I'm like, wow, the scene is really that fast. And it's like totally illogical. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes sense in The Room, and it's beautiful.
Oh, I love The Room.
I like that.
I love all the scenes on the roof where it's so clearly green screen.
Oh god, I like how they arrest the man in like 30 seconds and they take him to the police station and he goes to jail.
Yes,
like, that's how it all works.
that is how it works. Oh, it's so great.
Oh dear.
Tommy Wiseau was on Tim and Eric Awesome Show, great job. He basically did this skit where he was playing himself directing another movie, and like he made it like deliberately so bad, and it was halfway between a parody of himself and like
true to form,
legitimately being himself. So it's like
that's
art inspiring life kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes, that's a very fun.
Wow. And then you've got someone who doesn't quite make, like Tommy Wiseau, as Alex Raza mentioned, is so bad he swings all the way around to good again. Then you've got someone who doesn't quite make it that far, and you end up with David Cage.
Fucking David Cage.
Indigo Prophecy
and Heavy Rain.
Beyond Two Souls. Oh my
lord. No. Who did Heavy Rain? That was
David Cage.
That was David Cage. That's right. Yeah. Heavy Rain.
Sean.
It's no problem. I can do it all right. I love the French kids. The French kids are my favorite part.
That's beautiful.
Little Rain never hurt nobody.
I just I think the entirety of Beyond Two Souls can be summed up in two things. One, the fact that you can spend the entire game like stabbing a dude in the eye and kicking him in the balls, and he ends up your love interest anyway. And the other is that at one point you fight an American ghost who is a sand demon who wants to eat an old man.
Isn't Beyond Two Souls, doesn't it have Willem Dafoe in it?
Yes. Willem Dafoe is the father figure scientist because Ellen Page gets kidnapped because she can talk to a ghost.
Right, yeah, obviously. But
and then she becomes a super spy for the CIA who, for some reason, think that talking to ghosts will make her a super spy.
It will, yeah, no, definitely.
You guys are making this sound so bad it's good.
Not quite. It
doesn't quite get to that.
Either it's not quite
so
bad enough
it's bad.
Yeah, either it's not quite bad enough that it's good, or it's so bad it's good but then goes back round to bad.
Almost like the triple flip round. Ooh.
Yeah, it does a full rotation. Goes back round to bad. Like,
but yeah,
that's like most Cage movies.
Yeah, it's like at this point, at one point you end up fighting the Chinese at an underwater oil rig. And for some reason, on this underwater oil rig, they have ghost-proof doors.
Of course they do. Why would you have to prepare yourself for the inevitable ghost overlords?
And like that.
Well, actually, at the very end of the game, in the epilogue, you get like this vision of a post-apocalyptic future where ghosts are taking over the world.
Jesus fucking Christ!
No. There are two endings. There are two endings. One of them is where like everything's sunshine and rainbows and the ghost goes off to heaven or whatever, and the other one is basically Fallout, except instead of the Chinese,
with ghosts. Because me saying ghost overlords was me joking about the most ridiculous scenario.
You couldn't have known, Alex. It's not your fault.
I never once would have thought.
You underestimated David Cage.
That's somehow more ridiculous than Silent Hill 2's dog ending.
Silent Hill 2's dog ending is fantastic, but like David Cage has this weird thing where he like fetishizes poor people.
Oh fuck yeah, he does.
Every single poor person is a goddamn saint and will like rescue Mother Teresa from Satan or something like that. And everyone who has more than 50 quid to their name deserves to rot in hell. It's really weird.
That was basically the plot of Heavy Rain.
That was the plot of Heavy Rain. It carries on in. It started in Indigo Prophecy and it carries on in Beyond Two Souls. You can sum up the entirety of Indigo Prophecies where at one point you are in an office and you were attacked by ancient Mayan giant ghost ticks.
I thought they were
Excuse
paralyzed.
Excuse me, what?
Or like some sort of like bed bug.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay,
literally
that's better.
they're like
No,
lice
They are-
blown up to giant size, and they attack you.
Yeah,
And you have
imagine
to,
a bed bug the size of you, but also a ghost.
but the
And
best thing
Mayan.
is like
What?
nobody. But the best thing is like nobody else sees them, so you're literally just running around the office going, "Oh my God, get off!" And everyone's
Yeah.
like, "What's going on?"
So
You are under
why?
attack by giant Mayan ghost bed bugs, and
So
nobody knows what's going
So it's
on.
it's like the movie Eight-Legged Freaks, but with ghost spiders.
Sort of. It starts off as sort
Wow.
of like Heavy Rain, but by the end of it, you are a really like
He basically becomes
depressing
the Matrix.
Goku. He
So,
becomes
so
Neo.
just like Heavy Rain.
You become Neo,
Yeah.
except you will never actually.
Neo with even less character. You know?
He has negative character. Actually sucks
Negative.
characters away from the real characters.
Yeah. That's actually pretty accurate. Like people become less interesting as the game goes on.
As they
There's
get
one guy-
nearer to him.
There's one guy who is like the ultimate stereotypical black guy. Like
Oh,
he plays
boy.
basketball and is from a rough
course he is.
neighborhood. I was like, oh,
He has 70s memorabilia in his house.
Every time you play as this character, funky 70s music starts.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great.
It's oh,
That
dude, and
reminds me. That reminds me of.
as him, you have the option of telling your girlfriend to leave and just move to Seattle or something like that.
Yeah, that's basically the extent of his involvement in the story.
What?
Yeah,
He's supposed to be one of the cops investigating it, but then he
doesn't really
moves
do
to
much of
Seattle.
that.
You
Yeah.
don't really do anything.
That reminds
Except
me.
walk around to funky music.
Of course,
But those-
apps.
But the similar,
What else?
I remember
what else
the
are you
most
gonna
from
do
that
as a
game.
black guy?
The most I remember from that game is that whenever you walk around, your hands do this little flappy thing, especially as the black guy. You're walking, and it's like the characters just like make their hands go completely limp, so they take a few steps forward and their hands are just.
Oh dear. And like the entire story is just beyond stupid because the bad guy
was that a pun? Beyond stupid.
No, it's like I can't even like express it because the
Beyond heavy stupidity.
Beyond
Yeah.
too stupid.
Indigo stupidity. Like the entire story is that you murdered a dude because you were like being possessed by some sort of like magic ritual, which was done by an ancient Mayan magic person, and by the end of the game, you and him engage in sort of Neo versus Agent Smith flying battle above the city where you punch each other into buildings.
Jesus Christ.
Like you were literally spinning around in midair doing Neo versus Agent Smith. It's a scene-for-scene replay of that. It's just
There's even a part where he like rips a pipe out of the ground and starts beating the bad
Oh
guy.
my! Does he ever?
Yeah.
Does he ever like stick the pipe in the ground and start spinning around while spin kicking everyone?
No.
there's not enough people. There aren't enough bugs at the time for that.
And was there low rent? Whoopi Goldberg?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's also these like.
That's how I think of that lady whose name I can't remember.
No, but she actually was in it. You're talking about the woman who, like, Trinity or whatever her name is.
No,
Was-
what? Whoopi Goldberg?
Oh no, Whoopi Goldberg. No. I know.
The
who you
Oracle.
mean.
She was the Oracle. Whoopi,
Yeah, the Oracle.
Whoopi Goldberg was the Oracle.
Yeah. And there is someone like that. There's like an old lady who lives in a one-story flat with like 20 crows.
Oh,
But she is also. She is also a cyborg AI.
Jesus fucking Christ! Are you
What?
serious?
She also
No,
has-
there's like these. The story pans out where like these two ancient societies, like a bunch of robots and a bunch of
my
like
God.
super powerful Illuminati people.
What the
All,
fuck?
all the orange and purple clans for whatever stupid
Yes.
reason.
Right, because those are good names.
Yeah.
They're trying to use you to take over the world and or something.
Yeah, and you end up like going in the middle of a snowstorm to an Air Force base where there's a portal to hell or something like that.
Portal to Mayan.
If
the
if
Mayan.
if there is a portal to hell, it is definitely in an airport.
It's an abandoned hangar from the U.S. military or something like that.
What is this area?
I
Area.
have no idea.
51.
Why am I Area 51? I couldn't remember what the number was.
12.
Area 34, where the government keeps all
Area
the
no,
porn on
it's
eBay.
no, that's Area 69.
Area 13 is where they keep all the faces of people they've taken from Google, like before.
Google Draw, yes.
Yeah.
And that's where the TV show Warehouse 13 takes place. In a face warehouse.
Face warehouse. That sounds like something out of like the next season of Hannibal. Like,
He just keeps all of his faces on a warehouse.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh god, the warehouse from the latest Indiana Jones movie, like that
Oh,
whole scene
boy.
where magnetism like turns off and on for every 30 seconds.
Yep. That movie is so bad.
Yeah.
You know the
It's like
worst,
dangerous.
probably the worst scene in that movie is the jungle scene where they're racing through the jungle
Mhm.
and Shia LaBeouf fucking
fighting.
he swings through the air like fucking Tarzan on vines. That
Yes,
is
with
the
monkeys.
worst.
With the pack of monkeys following him.
That is the single worst scene in that entire movie.
And then he proceeds to like sword
Yeah, he
fight.
sword
the
he
Russian
sword
lady.
fights he sword fights Xenia on the top.
Yeah.
And
Good fucking god. They don't make them like they used to. Anyway, I noticed we are approaching the end of the time, aren't we? We did start a bit late, but we have gone over what our normal ending time would be anyway.
Oh,
So
boy.
have we?
yeah.
No, we haven't. We didn't start for 15 minutes later.
We
I
have
know,
gone.
that's what we're approaching.
We have
No,
gone.
because we're at 10:40 is what it would be, like 10:37. So we got like 5 or 10 more minutes.
We should just go for another hour and a half so we could say we went beyond 2 podcasts.
Oh god. There you go.
There you go.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm just leaving right now.
Oh, no.
Get out. Go.
Oh no, he left.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
He
well,
was serious.
Okay.
I
Well,
forgot to tell.
thank God he's gone. Now let's talk
forgot
about
to tell
behind his
him.
back.
He was playing a dangerous game.
Mm.
He PM'd me asking him to ban his account.
Was it the most dangerous game?
See what you did there. See what you did.
Speaking of pretentious bullcrap, since we were on about like David Cage and all that, have any of you played Ambition?
No.
No.
This is a low. I'll have to link this in the chat because this is pretty out there. It was basically a this kind of like interactive flash police drama thing. I mean, it was kind of, especially for its age, it was like early 2000s. It was kind of ambitious and trying to tell this interactive story and tell it from multiple perspectives and stuff like that. But it did not age well with the flash animation. Like
Sure, yeah.
Like it has like all of those like morph wipes going between like scene to scene. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And it's got like this one creepy lady who just like every time literally every sentence she says at you, she will then proceed to wink at you after she talks and is just like, "Goddamn it, stop winking at me." It's a bizarre experience. There's a let's play of it here on YouTube. I'll have to link this in the main chat because I definitely recommend watching it because it fetishizes the poor first of all because the crazy guy who threatened to blow up a building in the first episode, he becomes just like goddamn untouchable and like an author Sue basically. It completely goes off the deep end in the latest chapters. It's truly a beautiful thing. I would love to see it like a modified version of this.
We are talking about something from the golden age of Newgrounds, I assume.
Yes. Oh, and I forgot the best thing is it was not on Newgrounds. It was on an independent website, and you had to get to play this game. You didn't have to pay money to just play the game. You had to buy a subscription. So you would pay a monthly fee of $5 a month to wait for the guy to update his stuff, and
wow, that is
beautiful. The website is still intact as well.
Of course it is.
So you can someone had to pay
all those subscriptions.
My favorite thing about finding really old websites is like often you find broken MIDI music, and it sounds like robots having a civil war. and it's the best.
That's the best way of describing it I've ever heard.
I love middies.
Yeah, no, broken. Like, I don't think it does it anymore. But the Jurassic Park erotic fan fiction website used to play MIDI music of the Jurassic Park theme, and it was
Hold up.
amazing.
Back that sentence up.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes, the Jurassic Park erotic fan fiction website.
I feel like
And you know about this because you frequented it?
One
I
second.
frequented. No, this
I'm
isn't past
sure-
tense. This isn't past tense.
I'm sure we've
Current
discussed
frequency.
dinosaur erotica on this
I
podcast
have.
before.
I was trying to let you guys get me to. No, I was trying to get you to let me read it, but you guys wouldn't let me. But there was some really great. Jurassic Park fan fiction.
Out of obligation to our viewers, I have to ask: is this Dinosaur X Dinosaur? Is this Human X Human? Human X Dinosaur?
It's Human Dinosaur. Human Dinosaur.
Human X Dinosaur X Dinosaur?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh no.
Find the website. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Still alive?
We are.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Oh, it proudly boasts the international Jurassic Park erotic fanfiction website, Writers Association.
Wow.
What's?
Oh, wow.
Hold on. Oh yes, hardcore flocking. That's a pretty good one.
Oh God.
Wow.
Everyone who knows me knows that I love puns, but I no.
Oh, this is beautiful.
There's Tyrannosaurus. Oh, I thought it said Tyrannosaurus Sex, but I think it's just because I'm drunk.
I mean,
It actually says Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'd be disappointed if there isn't a fanfic called Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's an easy one.
This is the best one. Velociraptor.
What? No.
Yes.
No.
Velociraptor. It's about Dr. Ellie getting sexed by velociraptors. Oh boy.
Well, now this is just starting to remind me of that.
It's got 3,928 comments.
What?
Yes.
No. Hold up. This is not fanfiction.net. This is definitely not FimFiction. This is an independent site.
This is an independent website.
Purely, just like FimFic is only for ponies. This is reserved only for Jurassic Park, and it's got 3K comments.
Oh no!
Sorry.
The best part. Every single comment is ad spam.
You broke my heart there.
All 3,900 comments.
You broke my heart. I wanted to see in-depth discussion on
Yeah, really. I was all excited.
hardcore flocking.
The story is super short. It's probably like 600 words. So, I mean, I'm just saying, it's right here. I could read it.
Oh God. Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for this week.
Oh, what a disappointment.
Oh,
I
shit.
know.
I'm sorry,
How
you guys won't get to hear Megan McTavish's amazing Velociraptor.
Oh God.
Or Tyrannosaurus Sex, which is this.
Or Hammond Fisted.
You know what?
No, we're done.
We should just we should do Cards Against Humanity after this and put loads of blank cards in and see if you can come up with the worst T-Rex
Lord.
pun or whatever.
There's one in here. Carnivore Creation Cream. Rude her. I get it. Rude her. I just want an Australian guy yelling "rude her," which I'm assuming it's about him.
That took me way too long to get.
There's preoccupied with could. Please tell me that's about Malcolm. Oh God.
Oh God.
Well,
There's going to be a rape one, which was you didn't say the magic word or something like that.
God damn it! Nope, I'm done. I'm done.
Wait, the death scene for that guy was him in a car with a lizard, and then he starts screaming, and the car starts rocking. Am I remembering that correctly?
After what?
Not for Newman. That was someone else, I think.
Yeah.
What are you
Was-
talking?
no,
No, yeah,
is it-
no, that was the lawyer.
No. The lawyer died on the toilet. The fat
Oh
dude
right, yeah.
was driving along and lost his glasses, and then a dinosaur got
he
into
gets
his
killed.
car.
Oh right, and then it starts shaking. Yeah, you're right. Because
Yeah.
after it's like he's like on a waterfall, and he tries
Yeah.
to tie. He tries to like pull his car out by tying the rope, the winch to a tree.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
tries to pull
And
himself out. The thing
the
spits
last
in his
scene,
eye.
the last scene that you see this dude in is he's being spat on, he's screaming, and the car is shaking. I
Oh
would just
my
point that out.
god. Yes.
Oh,
So
no.
it works.
Say
It works.
the magic word.
It works on so many levels.
You know what you do now.
I'm gonna find a way to get this
oh,
published on FinPic.
No, I got
You
the.
need to write some dinosaur words.
No. I got the best. I have the best idea for the story. Okay. Even better that you didn't say the magic word.
Are we sure? Are we sure
Alright.
we should be having this on?
It's no. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. I have to at least get this out there. I have to get this out there to the world. All right. So it's gonna be a gay. It's gonna be a homoerotic fanfic.
Okay.
Starring Michael
Michael
Samuel Jackson's character.
and Michael
titled-
Jackson.
Titled
Michael L.
Hold On
Jackson.
to Your Butts.
Cut the podcast. We're done.
Shona was asking how done we are. We are